Whatever happens for God, even a little chanting or penance, takes care of your heart's temple and also takes care of your mind and intellect. God is the mind of all virtues. Whatever is done in the context of God, the inner soul, the supreme soul, becomes satisfied. Krishna says, a constantly satisfied yogi, offer your actions to yoga. You did for your sons and family, but do something for God as well. If you work 8 hours for food and family, then find 2 hours for God's devotion, meditation, and service. The best wise person is the one who seeks divine work and service. The moderate one acts upon receiving a sign. Some people should somehow redeem their human life upon receiving an order. Who knows how long the body will last?
Came to awaken the nectar of innocent Narayana. Gita, etc., material. By relieving the threefold miseries, material, divine, and spiritual, to illuminate the primordial material, divine, and spiritual forms of God. God says that those who in this way understands the material, divine, and spiritual aspects, understands knowledge even at the time of death if one remembers it. Liberation is as easy as child's play. Gita. The arrangement of opening one's heart to a friend and sharing one's innermost thoughts is called the Gita. There is a friend who is a living being, living by considering the body as oneself, and another friend who is God. Recognizing his own self, he is rejoicing. He has understood life and death as a dream. The entire world is my play. I am making everyone play. A friend is the entire world my game. I am letting everyone play. Such experiences are abundant, so the other friend considers the body, my senses as mine, objects of the world, and castes as mine, and after identifying with nature in this state of confusion is failing. Although he is a well-known warrior, he is of heavens, the supreme celestial nymph among beauties like Urvasha. Rejecting the invitation to work. The rave hero, who demonstrates restraint, is seen as such in the eyes of worldly people. But due to a lack of self-realization, he is sadly crying. A friend is crying. In worldly terms, Arjuna had reached the heights necessary. In worldly terms, the level of bravery, courage, restraint, truthfulness, the affection and virtues that were needed were there. But there was just one shortcoming. He was not able to make the feelings of his best friend his own. That's why one friend is laughing and the other friend is crying. The friend who is laughing embodies the pinnacle of simplicity. The friend who is laughing becomes the charioteer, and the friend who is crying is placed in the position of the charioteer. Jeev sitting high, and God is sitting low. What kind of Gita is this? Where elephants are trumpeting, horses are neighing, warriors from each side are. Individuals are thirsty for blood like iron, burning with the fire of revenge. For many centuries, sharpening their arrows, they have also sharpened their hearts. At such a moment, the Gita resonated. At such a moment, the Gita resonated and resonated in Kurukshetra. The Gita was sung in front of Arjuna. The tongues were tongued by that Govind. Those whose nature includes laughter, their crying becomes a song. And for those whose nature is carefree, their walk turns into a dance. When the carefree joy is in the nature of such Lord Krishna, his teachings, the teachings of Lord Krishna, turned into the Gita, turned into a song. The recitation of a single verse from the Gita, the remembrance of the name Govind, and the vision of a saintly person grant the fruit of visiting millions of pilgrimage sites. After death, there is no liberation. If there is a world-renowned sacred text that makes one experience liberation amid the flow of obstacles, challenges, and an abundance of karma while living, it is the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, God says, Sadvi Putadi, these are my physical, divine, and spiritual. The one who knows all three forms, he attains me. God's three forms are such that a person,
the origin of all beings, and of the primordial sacrifice,
know me along with it.
those mindful individuals,
at the end time, they know me, meaning they attain me. What is God's primordial material form, whose consciousness is causing the river to ripple? The moon that is showering nectar, whose consciousness is it that showers the nectar? The earth that is giving life to seeds, whose essence is it in the earth? Whose power gives taste to water? In the primordial physical creation, the comprehensive external form of God is, at its depth, the essence of Sat Chit Ananda, the Supreme Being. Flowers bloom. There are buds. Then those flowers bloom and wither. Plants grow, become trees, and fade away. Still, the primordial power of God is blooming countless flowers every day, raising numerous plants, creating many trees, and producing numerous living beings daily. Is happening. Under the municipal light, how many moths, insects, and mosquitoes are born, gather and buzz in the evening, and by morning they die. And from which factory is all this produced daily? They die every day, and new ones keep appearing every day. Many. In your body, numerous germs are born every day. In 1 hour, countless millions of bacteria are born and die. So what is in the depth of this physical world is the power of my existence in the form of Satchitananda. Forms, changes keep happening, but my immutable soul is false. In this way, Arjuna, who knows my primal material form. The original form, Brahmaji resolved to create the universe. Just as a dreamer creates their dream world at night, similarly, Brahmaji, through the power of meditation, takes the support of the consciousness element to create the universe. So Brahmaji does not have his own independent existence. A lathe machine is making parts. Motor, the pump is throwing water, the railway engine, the electrical engine is carrying thousands of passengers, but they have no power of their own. That is the authority of the electrical engine. The 3 wires that carry electricity, even the wires themselves have no inherent capability. through the wire. It is the transmission of electricity that enables thousands of the railway engine runs, carrying thousands of passengers. It is the subtle power of electricity. Particles are not visible, but the entire play is of electricity. Similarly, the Supreme Soul is not visible, but the Supreme Soul is my blissful consciousness in Brahma, the creator of the primordial world and the divine world.
So, in this way, those who know the primordial material form of God, know the primordial divine form, and then in me, Krishna, in me, Vasudeva,
and they attain the knowledge of the spiritual form of oneness within their soul, that I reside in the inner being of Brahma. My consciousness is in the depth of things.
In the same way, the one who knows me within himself,
Amnikenasan who know my complete form, even at the time of death, if they remember this, and at the time of departing consider this knowledge, then they cross the ocean of the world. Quickly they become righteous.
the one who becomes God's and sings the praises of God will gain knowledge of God and then will worship as God's own. Worship with the feeling that I belong to God, I am God's. But when that feeling is combined with knowledge, it becomes firm.
is whose penance is combined with knowledge.
So the primordial material form of God, the primordial divine form of God, and the spiritual form of God is seated within as our soul, that supreme being. Although I see sharply but weaken in old age, is our mind restless or calm? Does our intellect make correct decisions or wrong ones? Is our being anxious or is our being content? The one observing all this is the witnessing form, the spiritual form of God within us.